Okay, so this is part 5 of the Developer Diary Ninja Birds X. How to use Unity 3D to convert an iPhone or Android game into a web player game, and uploading that onto a website so that people around the world can play it, and you can hopefully be super rich and super successful, and send me a great big thank you and a car. So this is the I think we're on part 5 now. So this is Kongregate.com. What you need to do in this website is actually sign up for a developer account. That's pretty easy and it's free to do. And what you can do is then you can upload your games to the website. So what I've done here is I've put in the title of the game and also a game description as well, which has been used from the iPhone description, which is totally fine. It's pretty much the same thing. So game instructions, game news, there's nothing to really mention right now. There's been no updates. Game instructions, so pull back on the, actually we would say with the mouse is click, pull back the bird in the bottom left. Try to hit all the green target objects. Get the highest score possible, and don't miss any target objects. Your score goes back to 0. And then advice tips. Actually, I'll just make this one hitting several target objects per throw. Hitting several others in one throw gets you more points. I think that's pretty clear. This game is very, very simple, and I think anyone who's played Angry Birds would really know how to play this. So click and pull back the bird in the bottom left. Try to hit all the green target objects. Get the highest score possible, of course. Don't miss any target. So your score goes back to 0. Hitting several target objects in one throw gets you more points. Okay. So category, I'd say it was kind of more casual, but let's see what we've got. It's not a tutorial, action, shooter, it's not a shooter. Multiplayer, I would say this sort of comes under the action, even though it's not a very actiony game, but it's probably the closest one, kind of arcade and action. So the next thing is we need an icon as well, so I'm just going to use the icon that we've got inside of the game. I'm going to adapt it. So icon, and then it should be just in here somewhere. Okay, so there it is. Double click on that, and that's going to open up Photoshop. And what we can do in Photoshop is basically resize it. So it says that it has to be, I think 125 by 100, which is a little bit of a strange size for an icon. So 125 by 100. Okay, 125 by 100. And let me think how best to do that. Could stretch it, but I don't really want to stretch it. Maybe just make this background completely opaque. Transparent, sorry. So 125 wide by 100. So if I basically make this 100 by 100, and then simply extend the canvas out to make it 125, and then that would be the right size. But that doesn't seem to want to. Okay. What I'm actually going to do is, okay, I think that's fine. I'm just going to crop this so that it doesn't have anything outside of this icon here, and then change the canvas size to be 125 wide. I think. There we go, 125 wide, and then yeah, just have this as transparent around so that it is just a single square. We're going to save that as a PNG. And so if I'm just gonna basically find this project in here, blah, 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 if I can locate it. It's really, really, well, it's not really, really late, but it is kind of, it's getting a little bit later now, so I can feel my brain just slowing down. Icon of Ninja Birds, that was the original name. So we're going to go 125 wide by 100 high. This is going to be a PNG file, not a Photoshop file. Save, okay, that should be fine. And then what we're going to do is select this file. So same again, we'll go locate it. Mobile, Okay, assets, web version, icon, PNG. I think that file format was okay. Yes, this PNG is fine. Collaborators. So pretty much just me that built it. API callback is if you want to upload scores onto Kongregate through your game, you can actually have that so that it has a high scoreboard next to the game, sort of on the right hand side, so you can see how well players have done today and over the past week and who are the highest scores of all time. That's a pretty cool feature. I didn't actually get it implemented in one of the games that I uploaded before, but I'll look more into that into the future if Kongregate.com for my games, for the Cobalt Play games, proves to be a pretty good channel. So, but right now it's just going to be the game on its own, and then if it gets some traction, then I'll do some updates. So let's continue, and it should okay. So 2 errors. Description cannot. Scam icon cannot be saved until the game icon cannot be saved until game is valid. Okay. Okay. I don't understand what that means. Okay. So it says I can't. The game description can't be more than 1500. So I'm just going to cut this back. Still might be a little bit too much. So let me. It's a shame there's no counter on this one. Let me try this one again. Action, that's fine. Continue. We'll see how this goes. Okay, good. So Flash/Unity. So the type of game is is actually a Unity project. Unity 3.5, you can build Flash projects, which is pretty cool. I've not tried that yet, but I will probably upgrade soon. But those of you who know me, I have a fear of upgrading. Maybe that's a warranted fear as well. So game files for Unity 3D file. Okay, so what we want to do is choose the Unity file, which is this one here, Unity .unity 3D file. The original name was Angry Birds Training, but obviously I think Ninja Birds X sort of separates it out a little bit. Now the width and the height is actually defined inside of the Unity project. So we can find that out by going to build settings, and then I think I set it as 700 by 450 or something like that. Resolution, yeah, so 700 wide by 450 high. So width 700, and that'll fit nicely into anyone's monitor, I'm sure. So we're not upgrading. The game is exclusive to Kongregate. No. I would like to receive bug reports for this game via email. Yes, of course. That's no problem. Licensing, I accept the above agreements. Yes, I verify that I am one of them. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't contain any ads. It does in the iPhone and Android version, but not in this version. So transaction system, that is right. So the statistics API. So this is, I think this is basically if you want to do if you want to get statistics tracking of how many players are playing the game, how long they're staying, and so on. You can actually implement that API, the code inside the game. But I'm not doing that right now. I'm just uploading the game, partly for demonstration purposes and partly because of Kongregate or a web version of my games, the Cobalt Play games. It's not really a target for the web, but it's you know, if it does turn out to be pretty successful, then of course we'll keep updating and adding more. Add tags that relate to your game. So this one, so I've not actually done this before. I think this is Okay. So what I'm going to say is, I mean, that really, you know, it is. Okay. So it gives a list of pre. Okay. So bird, yeah, that's a tag for sure. I don't think angry will work. Angry, but it's not a tag. Try again. Okay, interesting. So it's got a predefined tags. Arcade, yeah, because that's sort of the I suppose the difficult challenge of the game would be related to like old arcade games. So I would say like shooting, because you do shoot the bird. I don't know how many tags you can add, but let's find out and let's see. I do want to relate this to all sort of like simple games as well. So to the other games related to sort of like other simple games that can be picked up and played really fast. So I might come and adjust these later because I've not really thought about tags inside of Kongregate.com. But of course, what I want to do is kind of relate it based on searches. You know, search is a big part of it. So, for example, Pong. I think people who play a simple game like Pong might also enjoy Ninja Birds X. So it's basically just this is just this is a new one actually. Locating the tags is quite a new game for me. Pinball, yeah, we're kind of bouncing around, and I think people who like pinball will also like this game. We're going to use the word ninja because it is Ninja Birds X. Shooting, I don't think classic would work, maybe retro. Okay, retro is in there. We'll add another tag. Let's think of some other ones.